Yeshiva week is coming up. People go away in midwinter vacation. They go on trips with their families. Considering the situation in Israel, should people consider canceling their trips this year or canceling their vacations, even if it's not a trip, their outings? And somebody wants to know in his community, they're taking up a collection. There's actually a charity has taken up a campaign to provide families with money to go on midwinter trips because their kids are so mortified that they can't afford a trip out of town, that they don't want to go to school after midwinter. So is that a noble cause to support trips to Orlando, trips to Mexico or whatever it is, so that the kids shouldn't be embarrassed when they come back that they did not go to some exotic locale and just went to a local zoo?
Well, the second question I'll address first. First, I said definitely I think it's very wrong to make a connection like that. This is that's actually supporting this whole craziness of people going away on exotic trips. And even when there's no difficulties in the land of Israel, it's the wrong thing to do to become more and more popular. Kids don't have to feel they have to go on exotic trips. That local zoos should be good enough. Kids should be brought up to be conservative about how they spend their money and where they go. But it's an excellent time to train your children. They don't have to be like everybody else. We are very good Jews, and we listen to the Torah. And the Torah doesn't want us to be exotic and spend a lot of money for things that are not important. And tell the kids that when they go back to school, they start. Where did you go? We stay at home, but we studied Torah with our parents a little bit, and we went on local trips, and we're happy with that. And we don't have to go and give them the stolz, give them the pride of what they're doing, and not they shouldn't feel nebuch that they didn't do whatever the crazy things that other kids are doing. I think it's a very good way to, even if the kids might show in the beginning that they're not happy with that, but it's little by little it'll go into their heads, into their hearts, and it'll be good for their future, that they don't have to live on expensive, be like everybody else, keep up with the Joneses, like they say, and the same to everything. So the kids come them back to school because the kids are all the latest fashion clothes they're having. So we have to copy them, make a collection for that. I think it's terrible to do that, make a collection for that. We don't. The kids should feel confident and the way the parents dress them and feed them and take them, and not to take the use of the fact that you don't have to do what everybody else does. If they train them like that, they'll grow up like that too. So everything the neighbors do, they have to keep up with them, with fancy cars and fancy everything. And this is very bad chinuch. And as far as the first person is concerned, whether people should not go on trips because of the situation in Israel now, it certainly is a very noble thing to do. You can't say that's forbidden to do it. It's very noble. Even the non-Jewish people, and President Reagan, when they had the non-Jewish person, when they went to war at that time, when part of the world, and he's a commander in chief of the Army and Navy and of America, a commander in chief. And when they go to war, he's the one telling them to go. So he took upon himself not to play golf for all the time they're there. So he even understood that American people are under pressure. Our parents and kids are going to the war, so he took upon himself to something difficult for him to do. So it's a thing that we all should do something like that. So something on ourselves to make things not so convenient. When the Jews are suffering over there, imagine what those hostages are suffering. It's unbelievable what they're going through, and all the parents of those hostages, the families of hostages are so nervous. The people are taking medical medicine there in droves. They're so nervous. People are so upset, and people are nervous in general about what's going to happen over there. So we're nervous over here too. So not like them, but to a certain extent. So certainly would be a noble thing to upon ourselves to do something, to take away from something that we'd like to do, and think about our difficult times that our brothers and sisters are suffering. That's Israel. But if it's something a person going now, they need it for their health reasons. People need a vacation sometimes, or maybe they're pressured in the job, or pressured whatever they're doing, and they depend on this winter vacation, what they call it, and need it for their health, to come back refreshed and be able to take the challenges of life better, and the blood pressure will go down a little bit, and they'll be able to function better, be able to pray to Hashem better, to say Torah better. They need it for their health, and not they need it. It's a matter of life and death, but something that will alleviate the pressure that they're going through. I would say that they shouldn't cancel if that's the reason they're going. If it's for a pleasure trip, then it makes a lot of sense. Cancel it this year and feel for our brethren and Israel. But if they have a good reason to go because of not just for the pleasure of going there and showing up their friends they went there, but they're doing it for a definite purpose for their benefit, so then it would be nothing wrong with going.